and the W represent the width. Parameter is 44. What is the parameter? Parameter is twice length plus width because there's two lengths, there's two widths. So from here, you do twice of length plus width equal what? Equal 44. And now you can divide it by 2 both sides. Can simplify it. Divided by 2. Divided by 2. 2 cancel. So you will get its length plus width equal 22. And that's the first equation. That's the first equation. And then here say the length, which is L, is equal. 3 is 3. Less than is minus 4 times is multiplication, the width, W. So the 4W minus 3. 4 less than 4 times the width. So you cannot put you cannot put just 3 minus 4W. You have to put 4W minus 3. That's second equation. The length is 3 less than, subtract from 4 times the width. 4 times the width. And you form a linear system. This is a linear system. First equation from given parameter 44 divided by 2. So length add width is 22. That's first equation. Second equation from the second given condition. Length is 3 less than 4 times the width. So 4 times the width minus 3 and get the length. And form a linear system. Two equation, two variable, form a linear system. Then you plug in this second equation, put into the first equation. L is 4W minus 3, put it in L. So it's 4W minus 3 plus W equal 22. Then 4W add W is 5W. Then you add 3, both sides, you got 25. Then you divide it by 5, both sides, W equal 5. And you got the width, W equal 5. Then plug into the second equation. So W equal 5, put into the second equation, get L. So L equal 4 times W is 5 minus 3. So the 20 minus 3 is 17. That's the length. Now then you can check it. See whether W is 5, length is 17, add together doubled. So it's 2 times 5 add 17 is 22. Doubled, it's 44. It is equal parameter given, it's 44. So the answer checked correct. So then you put the answer, put the final answer. So then question say dimension. So you put dimension, it's 5 by 17. Width by length, 5 by 17. Or you can put 17 by 5, either way. Length by width or width by length, either way. Both correct. That's question 5. And that's question 6. The next one is question 7. Is a 3 variable. Solve for 3 variable linear system. 3 equations, 3 variable linear system. So question 7. Question 7 example. And this one is your homework question here. This homework question, and then here is the example. Example like negative 2x plus 3y plus z equal 4. That's the first equation. Second equation is 3x minus y plus 2z equal 1. That's the second equation. Third equation is x plus 2y minus 3z equal -1. That's third equation. Now over here, I do is to eliminate x. Eliminate x. You can look at the coefficient. Those number we call coefficient. -2, 3, 1. This 3, -1, 2. This z coefficient is 1, 2, -3. They are equal chance to eliminate. You can eliminate x or eliminate y or eliminate z. Now my work here is to eliminate x. You can study it by yourself. Now here I'm going to teach you how the eliminate y. So I'm going to do is to eliminate y. To eliminate y. So eliminate y, you look at here. This one is -1. 1 times. So you do 2 and 3, eliminate y. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 together, eliminate y. 2 and 3 together, eliminate y. Because this is one easier to. So you do like you want eliminate y with the first equation. Here is 3, so this times by 3. Second equation times by 3. Times by 3. So that then you will get 3x times 3 is 9x. And -y times 3 is -3y, and 2z times by 3 is 6z equals 1 times by 3. Then you can call this fourth equation combined with first equation, add together. First equation add fourth equation. Then this 0 cancel. Remain -2x plus 9x is 7x. 7x. And the 3y add -3y is 0. And 1z add 6z is 7z equals 4 add 3 is 7. Now here you can divide it by 7. So you guys x plus z equal 1. And call this fifth equation. I'm going to use this later. Now then you go 2 and 3 to eliminate y. You do second equation times by 2. Add together, y cancel. So you do second equation times by 2. Yeah, 3x times 2 is 6x. -y times 2 is -2y. 2z times 2 is 4z. And 1 times 2 is 2. And you call this sixth equation. And add with third equation. 3 add 6. 3 equation add 6 equation. 1x add 6x, 7x. 2y add -2y, 0, cancel. -3z add 4z is a positive z equals. -1 add 2, it's 1. And you call this is a 7 equation. 7 equation. And then 5th and the 7th combined. So use the 2 equation, 2 and the 3. And second equation times by 2. Add together, y eliminate. Remain x and the z. And use the 2 equation. Second equation times by 3. Y add together, y eliminate. You got the 5th equation. So the 5th and the 7th equation combined together form a system with 2 variable, 2 equation. X plus z equal 1, 7x plus z equal 1. That's the 5th equation. That's the 6th equation. And form a system. That's from 2 linear, 2 variable, 2 equation, eliminate y, and form 3 variable, 3 equation, eliminate y, then form 2 variable, x, z, and 2 equation. Now then eliminate z, because z minus z is 0. So you can do 5 minus 6. So you can do its 5th equation minus 6th equation. So you got x minus 7x, negative 6x. Z minus z is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Divided by negative 6. So cancel. So x is 0. So from 2 equation, you eliminate z and remain x. 1 equation with variable x, and you got x. After you got x, then you can plug it into the fifth equation or sixth equation to get z, either way. That's x equals 0, and you can put into either the fifth equation or sixth equation to get z. X is 0 plus z equal 1. 0 added z is z equal 1. Then you got the z equal 1. So you have x equals 0 and z equal 1, and you can plug into original equation 1, 2, 3 to get y. Since here is only y here, so better put it in second equation because this is 1y here. So put it in to get y. Put it in here to second equation. Second equation is 3x minus y plus 2z equal 1. So plug in. X uses 0, plug in. 3 times 0 minus y plus 2 times z. Z is 1 equal 1. So this 3 times 0 is 0. So then you will get it's negative y plus 2 equal 1. Minus 2 both sides. So you got it's negative y equal 1 minus 2 is negative 1. And times negative both sides. So get y equal 1. And now you can check it. See your answer is right or not. Check. X coordinate is 0. Y coordinate is 1. Z coordinate is 1. With which one? Since you plug it into x equals 0 and z equal 1, plug it into second equation to get y. So don't check with the second equation and check with the first equation. Check it. Check with the first equation. Don't check with second equation because y equal 1 is get from second equation. So don't check it. Check with the first equation. First equation is negative 2x plus 3y and plus z equal 4. You plug it in. And 0 put it in, 1 put it in. So it's negative 2 times 0 plus 3 times 1 plus 1 equal 4. And this is 0 plus 3 add 1 equal 4. 4 equal 4. It's checked. Now then you check with another one. Check 0, 1, 1 with the third equation. The third equation. Don't check with second equation because you get x equals 0, z equal 1. You put it into second equation to get y equal 1. So don't check second equation. Check with third equation. The third equation is this one. It's x plus 2y minus 3z equal negative 1. So x is 0, plug in. 1 put in y. 1 put in z. So 0 plus 2 times 1 minus 3 times 1 equal negative 1. So 0 plus 2 minus 3 equal negative 1. So negative 1 equal negative 1. It's checked. Now then you can put down the final answer. Final answer is x coordinate is the first coordinate, 0. Y coordinate is second one. Z coordinate is the third one. And put the answer. So this use elimination method to solve it. Now then second, then the question 7. This question 7 example. And this one, this example. Linear system, 3 variables, 3 equations. First equation is 3x minus 2y plus z equal 5. That's the first equation. X plus 3y minus 2z equal negative 3. Second equation. Third equation, negative 2x plus y plus 3z equal 4. That's the third equation. Now here, I do is eliminate z. And previous question, I eliminate y, right? So now I'm going to try eliminate x. And here, eliminate z, you can read it. Now I'm going to try eliminate x. So eliminate x. You can see this is 1. If this times by negative 3 with the first equation, you can eliminate x. If this times by 2 with the third equation, you can eliminate x. So we eliminate x. We do the second equation, you can times by -2, -3. So get -3x, 3y times -3 is minus 9y. And -2z times -3 is plus 6z. -3 times -3 is 9. This we call the fourth equation. Fourth equation with the first equation add together, 3x, -3x cancel. So first equation add fourth equation. 3x add -3x is 0. -2y add -9y is -11y. 1z times 6z is 7z, and 5 add 9 it's 14. Then you can say this is the fifth equation. I'm going to use this later. Then 2 and 3 to eliminate x. You can do the second equation times by 2 because here is -2. So this second equation times by 2. And then get 2x times by 2, 3y times 2 is 6y. Minus 2z times 2 is 4z equal -3 times 2, -6. You can call this sixth equation. Then sixth equation with the third equation. Add together. 3 add 6. 3x, -2x add 2x cancel. So eliminate x. Y add 6y, 7y. 3z add -4z, -z. 4 add -6, -2. And you can call this seventh equation. I'm going to combine fifth and the seventh together, form a system. So form a system is -11y add 7z equal 14. That's the fifth equation. Seventh equation is 7y minus z equal -2. That's seventh equation. Now, then you can do add together, because this time 7 you add together. So then you can do, because here is 7z. So second question, equation 7, you times 7. So this times 7 is 49y. And this times 7 is minus 7z. And this times 7 is -14. And call this fifth equation with the fifth equation. Add together. Fifth add 8. This add together is 30y 8. 38y. And 7z add -7z is 0. 14 add -14 is 0. Then you divide it by 38, divided by 38, and get y equals 0. And that's get y. And get y equals 0, then you can plug it into either 5th or 7th to get the z. Since here is only z here, so you plug it into 7, easier. Put it into 7 to do. Put it into 7, it got 7y minus z equal -2. 7, 0, y 0, plug in minus z equal -2. So you got 7 times 0 is 0, minus z is -z equal -2. Then times net both sides, z equal 2. So get z equal 2. Get z equal 2, then you have y equal 0 and z equal 2. Then you can plug into either the first one or second one, the third, to get x. Since here is only one x, so plug into second one, easier to do. So plug it into second equation. Second equation is x plus 3z minus 2z, 3y minus 2z equal -3. So plug in. So x plus 3 times y. Y is 0, minus 2 times 2 equal -3. So this is x plus 0 minus 4 equal -3. Then you add 4 both sides. So you got x equal +1. Now, then we go check. Check. since you use your solution is x coordinate is equal 1, y coordinate is 0, z coordinate is 2. Then you check with which one. Since y equals 0, z equal 2, plug into second equation to get x. So you don't have to check with second equation. We will check with the first equation. Check with the first equation. First equation is this one. 3x minus 2y plus z equal 5. 3x minus 2y plus z equal 5. Plug in. So 1 plug in x, 0 put it in y, 2 put it in z to check. 3 times 1 minus 2 times 0 plus 2 equal 5. So this is 3 minus 0 plus 2 equal 5. You got 5 equal 5. That's true. Checked. Then you will check x is 1, y is 0, and z is 2 with the, don't check with second equation, check with the third equation. Third equation is this one. Negative 2x plus y plus 3z equals 4. So check it. 1 put it in x, 0 put in y, 2 put it in z. So it's negative 2 times 1 plus 0 plus 3 times 2 equal 4. So you got negative 2 add 0 add 6 equal 4. So you got 4 equal 4. It's checked. It's true. So you put down final answer. X coordinate is 1, y coordinate is 0, z coordinate is 2. And that's the final answer. That's question 7. Then next one, question 8. Is also a 3-variable linear system. So we do example question 8. Question 8 example. Here, this is your homework question. I'm going to do this one example. It's 5x minus 2y plus z equals negative 3. That's the first equation. X plus 2y minus z equal negative 1. Second equation, 7x minus z equal negative 5. That's the third equation. Now here, since the third equation, there's no y term. Only x and the z. There's no y term. So you can do the first one and the second one to eliminate y and get equation there's no y term also. So to eliminate y, so you do, since this is a 4, so second equation times by 2, you got 4. So you do second equation times by 2, get x times 2 is 2x plus 2y times 2 is 4y minus z times 2 is 2 minus 2z, negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, and you call fourth equation. Add together, y cancel. Add 1 and 4, add together. 5x add 2x is 7x. Negative 2y add 4y is 0. Z add negative 2z is minus z equals. Negative 3 add negative 2 is negative 5. And you call this is the fifth equation. Then fifth equation and the third equation put a linear system. So then you put a linear system. Third equation is 7x minus z equal negative 5. Fifth equation, this is third equation. Fifth equation is 7x minus z also equal negative 5. The two equations are same equation, so there are many solutions. You can go do further. You do third equation minus fourth equation. 7x minus 7x is 0. The left side is the same. You subtract is 0. Right side subtract. Negative 5 minus negative 5 also 0. It's always true. So always true. So there are infinite solutions. But with infinite we cannot say infinite solution because this is not just a real numbers. This is a three coordinate, many three coordinates, points, many infinite points are solutions. So and also I do not teach you how to represent by xy in terms of z, whatever. I do not, but I just say if many solutions, then system we call dependent system if it have many solutions. If no solution, just no solution. So this one you just say dependent. It is true always. So you say dependent. That means that they are many points are solutions. And the second equation, example, question 8. Another example is this: 4x minus 5y plus z equal -3. That's first equation. 2x plus y minus z equals -1. That's second equation. -7y plus 3z equals 1. That's the third equation. So since the third equation, only two variable, y, z, there's no x. So we can do first one and the second one to eliminate x, get equation only y, z, and combine with third equation, form a system. So we can eliminate x. Eliminate x since this is a 4, this is 2, so second equation times -2, you got -4x. So you do second equation times -2, so 2x times -2 is -4x, y times -2 is -2y, z times -2 become positive 2z, -1 times -2 become 2. That's the fourth equation. And combine with the first equation and the fourth equation, add together. The first equation add the fourth equation. 4x add -4x is 0. -5x add -2y is -7y. And 1z add 2z is 3z equals -3 add 2, it's -1. That's what we call fifth equation. And then 2 and 3 put together. 3 and 5 put together. So the three equations -7y plus 3z equal times by -2, second equation times by -2. Okay, yeah, correct. Now then -7, and this is the third equation. And the fifth equation is -7y add 3z equals -1. That's the fifth equation. Three equation is this. The fifth equation is this. The two equation, you can do subtraction, -3 minus 5. And the left side is the same. Subtract is 0. Right side is 1 minus -1, which is 1 plus 1 is 2. So the right side is 2. 0 equal 2 is always what? False. Always false. So this question, you will say no solution. There's no solution. The previous example is always true. You do 0 equals 0, always true. Then you say answer is dependent. And this example, if you add together, you got 0 equal 2, always false. Then you answer no solution. The next one, it's that's question 8. Then next one is question 9, also a linear system. is word problem of 3-variable linear system. Question 9, example. Here say, an electrician, a carpenter, and a plumber are hired to work on a house. The electrician earned, homework is $25 per hour. I changed to $20 per hour. And the carpenter earned $30 per hour. I changed to $25 per hour. And plumber earned I changed to $30 per hour. On the first day on the job, the three worked a total of 25.5 hours. 25.5 hours. And earned a total is $655. If the carpenter earned 2.5 more hours than the electrician did, then how many hours did each work? So the question asks you how many hours did each work. So I assume X hours is electrician work, X hours. Carpenter worked Y hours. Plumber worked Z hours. That's and we solve for X, Y, Z, and that's the how many hours for each work. Now, so first equation, because the three total work, it's 25.5 hours. So X plus Y plus Z are hours add together. Suppose should be equal total work 25.5. That's the first equation. So the first equation is X plus Y plus Z equals 25.5. That's the first equation. 3 work, because here say the 3 work total 25.5 hours. And earn each hour, electrician work X hour, per hour $20. So earn 20 times X hours. And carpenter earn per hour $25, total work Y hours. So 20 times Y. 25 times Y is carpenter earn. And plumber earn is per hour is $30. So it's 30 times Z, because work for Z hours. 30 times Z. Add together, total earning $655. So second equation is 20X plus 25Y plus 30Z equals 655. That's second equation. And the third equation here say the carpenter earned 2.5 more hours than electrician did. Carpenter is work Y hours, so it will be Y equals 2.5 hours more than electrician. Electrician work X hours, so it's 2.5 add X. That's the third equation. Carpenter work Y hours is work, so it's equal 2.5 more is plus. Electrician is X, so Y equal 2.5 plus X. So 3 equations. 3 equations form the linear system with 3 variables. Then we can solve it. How to solve? Since this third equation is Y in terms of X, so we can use substitution method. So first of all, the third equation plug into the first equation in Y. So it's the third equation put in first equation in Y. So get X plus Y is 2.5 plus X. This is Y. And plus Z. Substitute by 2.5 plus X equal 25.5. Then just simplify this. X combine like term. X plus X is 2X. And plus Z equals minus 2.5 equal 23. And you can say this is the fourth equation, and I will use this later. then we do the third here, y equal 2.5 plus x, plug into second equation in y, substitute in. So third equation plug into second equation. So it's 20x plus 25y. Y is substitute by 2.5 plus x. 2.5 plus x. And you don't forget, put the parenthesis. That's y. Substitute by 2.5 plus x. Plus 30z equals 655. Then we need to simplify this. Simplify this, you can look at here. Common factor 20, 25, 30, 655. They're all divisible by 5. So you do divided by 5 to simplify it. Divided by 5. 20x divided by 5, 4x. 25 divided by 5, get 5. So plus 5 times 2.5 plus x plus 30z divided by 5, get 6z. 655 divided by 5 is 131. And then you distribute it in, remove the parentheses. So we got 4x plus 12.5. 5 times 2.5, 12.5. Add 5x plus 6z equal 131. Combine like term. 4x add 5x is 9x plus 6z equals. And minus 12.5, minus 12.5. So you will get is 118.5. Subtraction, 118.5. Here you can simplify. Divided by 3. Because 1 add the digit add together. 1 add 1 add 8 is 10. Add 5 is 15. 15 is divisible by 3. So this number is divisible by 3. The sum of digit is divisible by 3. Then the number is divisible by 3. So can divide it by 3. So 9x divided by 3 is 3x. 6x divided by 3 is 2z. And this divided by 3 is 39.5. So then this is already simplified. And that's what we call fifth equation. Combined with the fourth equation, the two equations combined form a linear system. The y eliminated. So from 2x plus z equals 23, that's fourth equation. The fifth equation is 3x plus 2z equal 39.5. That's fifth equation. Form a linear system. There's no more y. Y eliminated by substitution method to eliminate y. And get a system with two equation, two variable. Now we go eliminate. Because if eliminate x, this need 2 times by 3. And this need 2 times by 2. Get 6x. So just eliminate z is easier. Because z you just need 2 times by 2. Then you can eliminate z. So you can do fourth equation times by negative 2. 2x times negative 2 is negative 4x. Z times negative 2 is negative 2z. And 23 times negative 2 is a negative 46. And you can call this the sixth equation. And with the fifth equation, add together. 3x add negative 4x is a negative x. 2z add negative 2z is 0. Negative 46 add 39.5. You got negative 39.5 is negative 6.5. And then you times negative sign both sides. And you will get x equals 6.5. And that's the first solution. X. Then you want to get, so you can do x equals 6.5. You can plug it into the fifth equation to get z. Because only here is z. So is this one put into the fourth equation. The fourth equation is 2x plus z. Z is 6.5. Sorry, x. Put it in x. 2 times x is 6.5 and plus z equals 23. So then you got 2 times 6.5 is 13 plus z equal 23. Then you minus 13 both sides. So you got z equal what? 10. Z equal 10. So you have x equals 6.5 and z equal 10. Then you are going to get y. And you can plug it. Oh, you don't need to. You get x equals 6.5. You got put into the third equation. So because the third equation, x, you can substitute by 6.5. Since x is 6.5, so then you do x is 6.5. You put into the third equation. The third equation, it's y equal 2.5 plus x. 2.5 plus x, x replaced by 6.5. So you got 9. You got 9. So you got x is 6.5 hours, which is the electrician. So put the final answer. Electrician work for 6.5 hours. And y is 9. Then you will say carpenter worked 9 hours. Plumber worked z 10 hours. Question 10. Find the equilibrium points for the demand and the supply function. For the equilibrium points is when the demand and the supply are equal. We call equilibrium points when demand and the supply are equal. And here, this one is your homework question. So I change it. Example. Here, example. Question 10. Example. It's number 10. Example. If a given demand in terms of P is a price per unit, how much dollar price. Demand is how many units? Is 104 minus 20 times P, given. Supply is how many units? In terms of price, is 50 plus 10P. That's the supply. And find out equilibrium points is when demand and the supply are equal. There is equal points. That's it. So you let demand, how many units, equal supply function equal. Let the two function equal. So that means the right side are equal. That means demand is 104 minus 20P should equal supply. Supply is this, 50 plus 10P. Then you solve for the X, for the P. So you move this 50 over and move this over, change the sign. 104 minus 50 equals 10P add 20P. Then this 104 minus 50 is 54 equals 30P. Then P equals 54 divided by 30 is equal to $1.60. $1.80. So 1.8 equal 1.8. $1.80. Now then that is the price. That's the first answer. And then you plug this into either demand function or supply function. So it's demand is P. P is 1.8. 1.8 is the same as 1.80. Same thing. Plug it in. So it's 104 minus 20 times 1.8. So it's 104 minus 36. So equals 68. Equals 68. Or you can put it into a supply function. 1.8. Supply function is this one, 50 add 10 times 1.8. So it's 50 add 10 times 1.8 is 18, also 68, because they are equal. We let set equal and solve for p, so it's supposed should be equal. Then you put it into the final answer. The equilibrium point is when unit price is $1.80 per unit is $1.80, and the end when the demand and the supply are equal, demand equal supply equal, they all equal 68 units. It's equilibrium points.